Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Too Tall Taylor. I'm also known as Too Tall or Triple T to some. I'm just your regular basic streamer that likes to game and have some viewers there just for the fun of it. But throughout my journey and showing support to my other fellow streamers out there, I came across one that really caught my eye and showed me that there is a dark side to this community. Six Arken, or 6arakin for some people, or however you want to pronounce it. It will forever sound like a wet fart whenever I hear mention of it. The goal of this video, as part of the 6arakin revolution with my fellow revolters, is to take this person off of the platforms before someone, or even himself, gets in horrendous trouble, whether by the law, or he may be breaking, displaying pedophilic behavior, or even trash talking to the point where he could be a real life target for a disgruntled player that may know him in real life and the threats he reciprocated. Disclaimer is that this video will contain disturbing images, sounds, and videos that viewers may find revolting. There have been others covering this person's behavior and antics. What makes me different is that I plan to gather everyone together to spread the truth. Blessed be the Sixth Revolt. The discovery of the infamous 6arakin. I came across this toxic, infamous streamer as I was strolling through TikTok one day while he was scavenging his way to make a name for himself from other top streamers. To do this, he would call them out such as Ninja Killer, Sonic Fox, Mike Trelinsky, and other figures of the fighting game community, better known as the FGC. He would go as far as to bragging about how he was the #1 Kenshin in the world and how he was the greatest in MK competitively, even though he has never set foot in a tournament. Through this strange tactic, this boy, as I refuse to acknowledge him as a grown man for his behavior, gains some notoriety, and not that of the good kind. He has been compared many times to Low Tier God, another toxic, full of himself streamer, to which many believe he stole his content style from. But there was something different about this kid. Whether it is a character he's portraying, a satirical take on toxic streamers, or he's just out of his plain damn mind, there have been many instances in which this boy has took it too far beyond the limits to points where he has been banned and continues the same antics. The truth of it all is that these streaming platforms allow it. The video will explore the evidence, testimonies, and boundaries 6arakin has crossed to get known, and the many people that were hurt, scammed, disturbed, and just plain creeped out by his antics on and off stream. Testimonies of 6arakin's disturbing behavior. The first testimony that I'm about to bring to you about Six's behavior comes from his former #1 mod, Violet Shadows. The next clips that you are about to hear are a testament to what she has been through as his mod and what led her to leaving.
I don't think I need to give much of an introduction, but for those that don't hang around 6arakin's channel that much, or not at least back in February, I'm his ex-mod, Violet Shadows. Pretty much how I started my modship for Six was I beat him on Mortal Kombat 1 back in, I think it was the end of January or beginning of February, or maybe just even before that. Beat him in MK 2-1, that's fair. My first interaction with him, which is on my YouTube, you could tell he was trying to like flex his riz, which is how most people fucking label it anyway. I could tell that he was, one of them types of streamers where if the second he senses a woman, he's like, ooh. But yeah. First interaction, not too bad. You can definitely tell he was a little bit of a sexist, especially since I kept watching him stream after the fact. Couple days later, I chimed into one of his streams. He recognized my name, watched me interact for a little bit, noticed that a couple people were bickering with me, a couple were harassing me, and so on and so forth. That's where he asked me if I would like to become a mod for him, to shush these people. At the time, I thought, why not, sure. Fuck it, why not? I didn't know much about Six at the time, so I thought there could be no harm in it. Come to nowadays, I realized that the same way that he managed to request for me to moderate for him is also the same way that he got people like Icy Mim, which is also someone who recently moderated for Six, to mod for him. He, interacts with them on a game, maybe a little bit, fights them, loses to them, or even wins. He'll notice that they're getting harassed in the chat, and it's a common theme that he then asks if they would like to be mod to shush these people. Which basically just means he gets free charity work, whatnot. I hung around as a mod for Six for about 3 weeks. I learned in that time that there's a lot more to him than what I originally thought. Eventually I had a interview call with Zach, not Kyle. To some people that name will be irrelevant, but if you're in the Six community and you watch that 4 to 6 hour, that's 426, not 46, documentary on 6arakin, which then had its name changed, you'll know who it is. I believe that happened on the 24th of February, if I remember correctly. Obviously by that time I still didn't know a lot about Six's toxicity. All I really understood was that he's definitely more fucked up of an individual than I once believed. Had this interview call. I won't go into the logistics of that call because I've already expressed it enough. After that call ended, I had gone about my day. I decided that from the information I had learnt, additional information that I had looked up myself after that call, as well as actions I had seen Six, demonstrate on his lives, I decided, I think that's where I'm gonna realistically end my modship. I decided to hand over the modship of his Discord to another moderator at the time and left a message in there to elaborate that I was done. Texted 6arakin myself, let him know that, I'm kind of done with it. I can't really deal with the amount of information I'm learning, so on and so forth. Luckily for me, at the time, 6arakin didn't know how to remove mod from people, so he just advised that if I do talk on his streams, I don't do anything like kicking, banning, unbanning, so on and so forth. I agreed to it. Fine, whatever. 2 days later, he ended up raiding my stream. Fuck it got me some extra followers. And this is where his truer colors decided to pop out. He overheard the voice of one of my male friends, also a mod on my channel, and he began to harass my friend and also harass me in the process, commenting on how, I don't need this friend of mine, I can block them, I can get away with it, that they don't matter because Six makes money on games, block him, I'm the one that makes the money on games, he's too broke. Obviously, we respect friendships in my community, Six is no one to me, and given all the information I had learnt, didn't really give a fuck, but it was a perfect little insight. So, after that, I decided, and I'm pretty sure quite a lot of people will remember this one at least, I decided to take my revenge on Six. I unbanned a few popular people on his end that like to hop into a stream to harass him. Such as like the Chicken Warlord, OCD Gamer, shit like that. And I just completely, I unbanned a fuck ton of people, banned some of his supporters, banned just over 200 people on his YouTube, which those 200 were dick riders. We all know what that means. But yeah, that was fun. That was a good way to officially lose my modship, as we say. Because he ended up just, blocking me, which of course gets rid of it and banning me. So yeah, that was just a summarized little background on my modship. Since then, obviously, I've learned a lot of things from Six. I've also bear witness myself on streams where he has turned innocent jokes me and other moderators have made and made them into overly sexual, pedophilic comments towards minors. Most notably would be, if you're familiar with the name Sean in the Six community, Sean has a 2-year-old sister. 6arakin has many times, and I believe that this has happened 10 times now, 10 or more, I could be wrong, where Six has made perverse and pedophilic comments pertaining to Sean's little sister. And this goes as far as to say that Six will give his little sister back shots. We all know what that is. That's fucking disgusting.
The next testimony comes from Two Shots, a player that is currently ducked by 6arakin so many times. And here is the voice testimony in the clips to show how Two Shots is affiliated with 6arakin.
So back on the 28th of February, Six was doing his Tekken stream, and it gets to the point where he's doing viewer fights, and I decided to send him an invite as I wanted to kick his ass personally myself. I'd seen all the previous streams, I knew what this whole character was all about, I knew he had a massive ego, so I wanted to completely demolish that. So somehow, someway, I got lucky and he ended up actually joining the invite I sent him. However, because I failed to send a chat pie invite, he ended up ducking me on that account and blocking me. So fast forward a bit to the 4th of March, and I decided to go on one of my alt tags by the name of Step On Me Rainer. And I had to go into ranks, get it ranked up a bit and whatnot, but it didn't really take me too long. So I ended up sending him an invite on that account to a game and party, and he ends up joining both of those things. So during that interaction, I was just trying to play it safe, as, you know, I didn't want him to duck the fight because I was too busy talking my shit to him. I wanted him to actually fight me. And before the match starts, at least a good few seconds, he decides to ask me to smack something for him. He wanted to hear something jiggle. And that just completely dumbfounded me. Like, I'm just there like, did you really just ask that of me? And because I was sort of in a panic at that point, I just decided to do the next best thing, which was just, you know, slap my thighs back and forth as, you know, I just wanted to beat him in a fight, so I sort of went the any means necessary route. So we cut to the fight. I end up 3-1ing him on that account, and I end up obviously, you know, shouting myself out in the mix. Because, you know, who wouldn't in that sense? But that was all of that. I felt content at that time with my win. I didn't really, you know, gloat too much about it. It was just sort of got it done. That was it. Obviously, that didn't really last long because on the 9th of June, I wanted to go at him again. As you know, I felt that the 1-0 was just not good enough. I'd rather go for the 2-0 as that's a full Tekken set. So what I do is I get one of his mods, Roxas, to gift me a sub in hopes of Six actually fighting me, as, you know, it would show up that I'm subscribed. However, in doing so and Roxas constantly saying to Six that he owes a fight to me, Six, shockingly enough, ended up getting very annoyed with the statement and ends up obviously banning me on his stream. So instead, what I ended up doing was jumping on another Smurf tag that I had at the time, and I obviously went into ranked, quickly ranked it up to, I think it was fighter rank, and I just decided to roll with that. So I end up sending them an invite on that account and whatnot. He joins, and because, you know, I thought he'd still recognize my voice from, you know, the last time I fought him all the way back in February, I decided to put on this, like, terrible girl impression kind of thing, which somehow works. I completely got past the whole security, I guess. And I end up fighting him on the account known as Chloe Price. That ended in a 3-2 win to me. Obviously, I ended up shouting myself out again and whatnot, because, you know, shameless plug. And later that stream, he goes into the Tekken lounge to fight this PC person who had, I believe, paid for a fight. I think they must have paid like £5 or something for it. So he goes into the lounge, he's trying to look for like an arcade thing to face this one guy in, can't find it. So what he does is he goes to the arcade in the fight lounge that has a maximum of 8 players, which means that there's no guarantee that he'll go against the person who wanted the fight. So me being me, I thought, oh, you know what, I'll sit on the arcade, see if I can stream snipe him like that. Lo and behold, I actually did, which I didn't expect to work as well as it did. And a few seconds into the fight, after Six had realized that, you know, it wasn't the person he was supposed to fight, he ends up actually plugging on me, basically making my win-loss to him 3-0. And whenever Roxas mentions my name to him, he does not like it at all, which I find pretty funny. But yeah, that's my story with my interactions and fights with Six.
You're not trans?
Nah.
What are you gonna do for me? What are you gonna do for me to satisfy me today?
I'll show you the arena, see what I can do.
Go and smack something for me. Let me hear something. Let me hear something jiggle.
So from what my understanding is, 6arakin is a... there's a lot to say about 6arakin. He's many things. He's a shock jock, a provocateur, a creep, a pedophile, a cheater, basically you name it. 6arakin is all of those things. He's also a knockoff LTG ripoff without the humor and more of the creepy pedophile vibes you get. He says he's 37, 38 years old. He is not. He's a 23-year-old with a girlfriend, surprisingly. Like, who would want to be with a person like him who is doing this for only views and money? Who knows? Who fucking cares? But my experience, you know, fighting 6arakin is that he really just wants, again, it's mind-boggling because, you know, once you are talking to him or are interacting with him, you kind of like, it's hard to say really, but the main reason why I don't like this piece of shit is because he's kind of creepy. Not only towards children and kids, but towards adults as well. But what really kind of went over the edge was his very sexual comment or comments towards a then 2-year-old girl. It's disgusting, really. Like, talking about a 2-year-old like that is just, it's automatically grounds for like termination on like YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, whatever. But here's the thing, he's not banned. He was suspended. He was temporarily banned on Twitch for 14 days. And then he comes back. And since then, he's not been banned. Twitch isn't doing fuck all because they only care about big streamers. They don't care about smaller streamers that act creepy towards minors. Neither does YouTube, neither does TikTok, because TikTok is kind of popular with this generation nowadays, and, you know, kids go on YouTube to watch their favorite fucking Fortnite creator or whatever, and Twitch is Twitch. So that's basically my thoughts on 6arakin, and it's basically a nutshell of who he is.
The evidence against 6arakin. Once again, disclaimer. The videos, media, images that you're currently about to see are the evidence that we are bringing up against Six, and you may find them to be disturbing, cringeworthy, or even disgusting in some manners. Please be advised and watch at your own risk.
I've touched a lot of people in this life. Illegally. And I'm ready to touch more. No remorse. Mink.
Did you just say illegally?
Illegally. No remorse. I've been in the court of law. They said, why did you touch him? I said, mate, I don't give a no remorse. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. What are you talking about? You disrespect me, you're getting it. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're in primary school. Primary school. If you don't want to be in here, then get the fuck out my Discord, you fucking piece of shit. You fucking stupid brown cunt. Fucking ugly black monkey. The fucking black monkey. The fuck out my Discord. I read my Discord, isn't it? Watching and learning. This ain't a comedy show. What do you think this was? This is the art of war. This is Genghis Khan shit. How hit you? How hit you? You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Do something about it. It's all platforms watching.
Yeah, and I will sub him.
What's going on down there?
Tight jump. My sister is crying for no reason because she wants to be carried.
Okay, no worries, no worries.
What I just heard? Did I just hear what I just heard? What's going on down there to a minor? Okay.
Let me do my masterpiece.
Okay. Let's talk about it, Six. Let's talk about it. How are you saying that to a minor? Let's clock it. He's 14. He's 14. Come on, he's 14. Come on now. Get to the 14-year-old.
I'm a boy.
Bro, I had to
You're paid ninja dog, pay him.
Listen, hey, you little Buenos Santos, I'm gonna fuck your children. You shut the fucking mouth.
Six, what are you smoking? Somebody clip it, Six, nah, bro, Six, nah.
Oh mate, get these somebody ban him in the Discord, these little trans faggots, man. Please get out. Get out. What trans is he? Is he a boy that wants to be a girl or a girl? Because there's no way he's a girl. Not with that fucking voice. You fucking rape victim. Get the fuck out of it before I chop off your head and fuck it. Mink. Mink.
Mink.
Don't know what you're doing. You're playing with the big boys now. You're playing with the big boys now. We're changing it. I am the law. We're changing it. We're changing the age of consent. We're changing it.
Bing.
We're changing it to 8.
Bing.
Mink. Mink. If I start.
Get off your stream as well. We're waiting for ages, you idiot. I'll fuck you up with that. That's my weapon. Give it back. Yeah, you touch the speaker there. Get off the thing as well, man. You're taking very long.
It's not over. Look what he says in this clip right here.
You wanna see my cat? Hello, Mike. Please don't eat me.
Arakin's still being racist. Like, are you seeing this? This isn't friendly. So you're just gonna take all that and not do anything about it?
Yeah, I don't see what you're talking about. He seems pretty friendly to me.
One more time.
You're in trouble, Six.
Age of consent in America is your own. It's up to your own perspective. You know, it's not.
You're in trouble.
No one's in trouble with anyone. No one's in trouble with anyone. When are you 17?
No TF, it's not.
What was your name again?
6'9". Ooh, 6.
You, what was your name again?
77124 says shut up, you PDF file.
Right. Let's go. And you're a little boy or a little girl?
You don't need to know any.
So we don't even know what it is, guys. It's
6'9".
You're not revealing that information. Shut the fuck up and play the game, man. Stupid bitch. Play the game. Just shut up and play the game. Play the game. It's a little brat. That's what it is. A little brat.
There ain't no case.
Oh my God! Everyone spam report his ass.
How can you hear him?
No, it's not loving me. Oh my God.
Yeah, spam report his ass. He just admitted that he's a pedophile.
Well, how old is she? She's of age.
She's 10.
Well,
weirdo.
What's the age in America? What is it?
It's 18.
8. It's 8. That's what I'm talking about. So she's
Uncle
2 years
Ruckus
ahead.
tipped £5.
Yeah,
Six
boy,
loves
get
to get
it.
pounded by my BBC.
I said 18, you
Nagar is
fucking
his
idiot.
safe
What's
word.
the
if
age
you
in
are
US?
wondering.
What's the age in US?
It's the age of consent in the United
Oh, God,
States
no
is
way.
18.
No, I'm gonna have to verify that.
Ours is 16.
Hey Siri,
Google it.
what's the age of consent in the United States?
So that's only depends on age as well, innit? In this country. Here's some information.
This is vital information you need to know.
Pedo, right?
She knows where daddy is. There ain't no. Yeah, I'm gonna need that cat to shut the fuck up. Honestly, I'm gonna.
You don't tell my cat nothing,
Pokey
nigga.
Sonic says,
That's
eagle,
my pet
eagle,
that I love and
eagle,
adore.
eagle,
You ain't got shit to love. That's why your ass is miserable.
I'm gonna get that cat, and me and her are gonna have some adoring time together.
Eagle, eagle,
Oh, you fucking zoophile. I want you hung by jumper cables, nigga. You was not finna threaten my fucking cat.
Oh, I'll tell that cat will be meowing all up and down my halls. I'll tell you that for a fact.
Disgusting.
Do something about it.
You're fucking disgusting.
Do something about it. Cry about it.
You kill
Yeah, do something about it. Listen, guys, we're gonna not enjoy that language. Listen, hey, listen. We're gonna, guys. I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna think, and I'm gonna say that language isn't acceptable. So either you calm down, or we're gonna end the stream there, because guys, that language should never be said. So play the game.
That language should never be said. You literally.
Join. Is it all right, John Wick? Fucking hell, play the game.
Yeah, John fucking Wick. You damn right. You better call me John Wick. I will fuck your shit up, nigga. That's why you're.
So is this you, bro? Yo, to call me a black bee with the kids is crazy racist, bro. And you was doing that in your live stream, and I reported you when they banned your live stream. So thank you.
Damn. See, I know that little bitch was in here.
No,
the black guy with the children. The black guy with the baby.
Why you mentioned
Shout out Apex. Do something about it. Do something about it.
He said, "Do something
on my
about
mind.
it."
You little pussy. You know on my mind. You know when in my mind.
Okay, but check
Maybe
this out.
Yeah, it is legal, I guess, but this is absolutely insane, bro.
Bruh.
What in the actual fuck are you doing on this app, dog? You need to put. I'm kind of tired with the yacht, bro. You want to get a first to 5, first to 10? We can put 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, $1,000 on it. Whatever you want to do, bro. I know your pockets is hurting. You ain't really got it like that. But let's play a game or two, bro.
The June 16th incident.
And then, of course, we have the June 16th incident. And if anyone's not aware or you're not in 6arakin's Discord, on June 16th at 46 minutes past midnight, that'd be UK time, I would assume, 6arakin decided to take an image of a unknown male because he put his little trademark Oni emoji covering the entire face. This image was of a fully nude male with his genitals on display. 6arakin's Discord server consists of minors and adults. On the minor side of things, they range from the ages of 14 to 17 years old. No one in that server would have given their consent, obviously, to see a nude image of Six or anyone, really. I personally don't think that image is Six, but that still doesn't take away from the point that he took an image of a male, completely naked, genitals on display, not even bothering to censor that, but he'll censor the face of the person in the image, and sent it to that Discord server. Alongside his pedophilic comments on his streams, his perverse comments, transphobic, homophobic, xenophobic, misogynistic comments that he makes on his live streams, and even his Twitter, which is, I believe, 6arakin _ Twitch, not to be mistaken for the 6arakin _ TikTok, which is the fake one. Yeah, this just puts the cherry on the cake. You got the now actions to match the words, that he does not care of the age of his audience. He does not care for the ages of the people in his community servers, because he is so willing to take pornography or pornographic singular image and send it into that server. The image has been reported before he took it down. He had it up for about 5 minutes. And given the size of his community and how often people stalk that server just for a chance to humiliate him when he responds, or he texts, unfortunately I would have assumed that at least about 200 people saw that image, and a majority of those people were most likely minors. Six knows this, Six doesn't care, we're all aware of that now. It got reported, the server still remains up, so Discord of course didn't do anything. And yeah, it's a shit show. Obviously, I got notified of it. I saw it myself, much to my dismay.
The conclusion. Say what you want about 6arakin. The man is a total delusional deviant. When it comes down to it, he will go at no lengths to make himself, quote unquote, famous, quote unquote, rich. But all in the end, he is still just a brokey, sad, pathetic little boy that plays video games and streams and gets his ass torn in half by people who are way better than them and lives in delusion. So, you can have your own opinion when it comes down to 6arakin, but when it comes down to the safety of the people in the community around them, it's best to get them off of these platforms, off of Twitch, off of YouTube, off of TikTok, and definitely off of Twitter. Once again, the evidence and the proof is in the pudding. And if you don't believe me, just go through this video one more time and you'll see the true face of the demon behind the mask that is 6arakin.